Welcome to this presentation, and I'm going to continue our discussion on the school management system. And in this video, I'm going to focus on the student configurator, and that is the student portal, the student information. So the menu is students, and once you click on students, you'll see a Kanban view of the students. And remember on our view video, we had mentioned the different types of views, which is Kanban, list view, and graph view, and those other views. So on this one, the default view that loads is the students view, Kanban view, sorry. And of course, you can be able to see how many students are there. You can navigate before, you can be able to search the students by name, and you can add other custom filters if this by date of birth, or by color, or by city they are from, or their phone numbers, or their library card number. You can be able to search all that, as well as group. So if I open one student, for example, this specific student called Amuri Amani Eunice. There is a lot of information that we gather at that point. So first, of course, we have the picture, the title, if you want to add Mr., Madam, Sir, and on that. Last name and first name are required. The middle name is not required field, but you can add it. Gender, we have the selection there. Nationality, which country that student is coming from, which language that student speaks, and we can add other languages in our main settings there. Category, if we have, you remember we had the category configuration on our previous video of school configuration. So here you'll see category, which category you are this student is under. And categories can be, for example, even in class student, or regular student, or part-time student, whatever the category that you want to add there. Then, of course, we have the phone number. We have the email address, the birth date, the visa information if they're international students, blood group of the student there. Emergency contact. So now if this student, yes, this student has a parent under the parents tab, but we can also have an emergency contact just in case this person is a guardian or not a parent as such. Then, yes, these are system configurations about the partner. Now, we also have the address of the student. And we can have several different types of addresses. What are the address in terms of contacts? What are the address at contacts is actually whom we can contact, or when we want to contact the student, which information do we use? Invoicing address, where invoices of school payment will be directed to, if it is different from our normal address. Other addresses, if we have any other addresses which the student uses, maybe 2 or 3 different addresses. Private address, the same. Then we have the educational tab. In the educational tab, we have the GR number or general number. This is actually just the enrollment number of the student. And under that, we can have maybe 22001 as the enrollment number. What were the admission details? Now for the admissions module, we have 2 ways of which we can use it. We can start enrolling new students, but the ones that are already existing, then we can just import their data and the admissions details here. So on this tab, we will see how to import the information here. And that is simply by just clicking on a create button here. What is the course this student is undertaking? 1 month. What is the batch? And we said as previously, these ones are like the years. So this student under 1 month of year 2020. What is the roll number? When he was registering, that is it. And what are the subjects that are being undertaken by that student? Maybe English and math. the ones that we had seen in our previous video. So you select it, you do that and say save and close. So you have set the admission details of this specific student. Now, parents, who are the parents of this student? We can capture both the names of the parents, or we can capture only maybe one. And a parent can also have several students. So in the drop down, you can have a parent that already exists. You are just adding a student to that parent, or you can create a new parent. So here I'll just maybe say I select that one, and I have the mobile number, and who are the students of this parent. So by default, if I just say save and close, then it will attach it to this specific student. But if we have other students that are related to this parent, then it will show here that you are adding this parent to this specific student, Amuri, but also we have other students linked to that specific parent. So we save and close. We have seen that student there. Activity logs, the activities that are happening in the school, music festivals, science conferences, and all other activities that the student is undertaking. So we can update the profile of the student if he's in the Scouts Club, maybe Christian Union, all those activities, we put them here. And you simply click on create, the student name, what is the type of activity, maybe he's migrating, what is the faculty, what is the date, description, and you just save it. We have so on all the other different modules, information will be posted to this specific portal of the student. Then we have the fee collection details. And in the fee collection details, of course, these ones are generated by default in the system. You remember we had seen how we configure the subject. Those subjects are under a course. That course has a fee structure. And that fee structure defines what are the fee products, if it is lunch inclusive, if it's transport inclusive, plus the tuition fees. Then also, what is the terms of payment? Is it due in 30 days? Is it due in 60 days? Now, all that is now generated in the background and it's presented for you here. Now, what it does is at the end of that period, it creates what? An invoice. So we have the submit date, we have this. So if you click on it, you'll be able just to see there's that fee line. Fee product is MAT fees, and we saw it in our configuration. The invoice ID, the submitted date, and of course the student. And also, if the invoice is paid or it is draft or it is something. So you have this button here to be able to view that invoice. And in that invoice that you have, you can be able to send that invoice to the parent to be able to view. And also you can have a button to accept payment of that specific invoice. So the big question is, how do we pay school fees of students? School fees of students are paid via the students portal under the fee collection details. And these invoices here are created automatically by the system based on the course and the fee structure attached to that course. On that portal here, you can be able to see how much was invoiced and how much was paid. And if you want to see also the payment details, you can be able to see it here. So in the next video, probably it will be accounting video. Now we shall see how to handle fees in details. This one is just a preview, but we shall see how to handle fees in details, in the sense that now these invoices, we can register payments, we can add credit notes, we can reconcile in our accounting books. Okay. So we go back to this student. We have seen these assignments. Now, if the assignments are being posted online, then we can have the assignment details here. Whereby we now say an assignment name, which course, the subject, assignment type, what is the type of the assignment, who is reviewing the assignment, when is the assignment due, how many marks, how many submission date, and any other information about the assignment. So the assignment module, I think it is installed, yes. So we shall have a separate video for the assignment module. But then all that information will be posted back to this students portal. And finally, we have the library. Again, information from our library module is posted to this portal here. And we can be able to clearly see from the students portal, we can be able to see what is the library card. Because now every student will have a library card. And that card is now used to keep a track of the books the student borrows and returns. And if there is any penalty based on maybe late returning of the book, then it is recorded on that card. So that one will also be in detail under the library module. But just as a preview here, we will have a card that is created, the type of card. And on that type of card, we set the student, of course. Then we have media movements. So media movements, you'll be able to see what is the media that you are giving out. Is it a book? Is it a cassette? Is it an audio book or a flash disk? The media unit, the library details, and all that details as they are being posted from the library module, you'll be able to see them here on the portal. So yes, that is it for the students portal. And on the students portal, of course, you have the print actions, which print students card, bona fide certificate, library cards, and any document that you want to have on the student. Now, the create a student user button is used when we are activating students to access their portal online. So if they are able to access their portal online, then we create a user of that student, which they will use to log in into the system, see their maybe fee statements, see their school fee structure, maybe they see their attendance or exams or library things. But then that one is in version 2 of the system.